like to plug our speakers companies. Also, On and Off Group, Make Technology, Plus 60 Free, Free Maya, Instagraphy, Grab, and so much more. Thank you again for making this event possible. Just some conference or I guess webinar tips by the way, guys. It's gonna be like pretty long until evening depending on what workshops you're attending. Don't forget to eat, drink lots of water, especially like if you're like me, you're speaking. And also spot Felicia's message in the chat. We'd love to see your faces. We made a Zoom background just for today's event. So yeah. You may download the wallpaper at the tiny URL link Felicia sent. We'd love to see everyone interested in UX. Guys, don't be shy. Also, friendly reminder, please don't forget about the Miro link in your emails. If you don't have access to the Miro link, please let us know in the chat and then one of our FASIs will assist you. Yes. Thank you. You need the Miro link, by the way, for the workshop later, the talk on design thinking. So do not forget that. It's very, very important. Or everyone else in the room, just a few more minutes before we officially start. Also, aside from the mirror link, please, for those who just came in, please do not forget to answer our UXPH raffle. You may get the link at the chat or scan the QR code being presented. Thank you. All right, that's enough of our commercial break. So again, welcome everyone to the first day of UX&Chill, our week-long initiative on educating everyone about UX. So now, before we start off this event, we would like to welcome all of you. Please, we'd love to have you revel in your creativity and want your inner artist to be unleashed, because we believe that despite the pandemic, our passion for user experience should still burn on. So this week, we'll be having a bunch of exciting talks and workshops for you to engage with, from design and business professionals in the industry to showcase how user experience and design can empower users in the face of the digital normal. I can already tell that you guys are very, very eager to learn and get a closer look into our activities today. So let's dive right in as I introduce you, everyone, to our very first guest for this afternoon. So for our first speaker for today's workshop, we had the CEO of On and Off Group. As CEO, he is responsible for making On and Off Group the top innovation agency in the Philippines. Today, the company employs some of the most experienced human-centered design practitioners in the country. On and Off Group has helped leading and global organizations use design thinking and user experience design to develop their most innovative products, services, and programs. Our speaker's ultimate goal for everyone here today is to encourage Filipino business leaders to employ empathy and to address their customers' and stakeholders' needs, that products and services made through the lens of human-centered design become the standard in the country. Wow! So without further ado, let us now welcome Mr. Phil Smithson. Clap emojis, everyone.
Hi guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all well. Shall I get started then? Are we starting early? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. So you have more time
Brilliant.
to really
Awesome.
absorb your insights.
I hope everyone's here. I see a big crowd. Let me just get it set up. Sorry. All right, cool. So my name is Phil. I'm from the UK, and I'm going to be running a little mini workshop for you guys today. As was introduced, I'm the CEO of On Off Group, and I'm in charge of kind of getting everyone applying human-centered methodologies, teaching UX and design thinking, and we've been doing a lot of online workshops since March, since lockdown. So you're gonna get a taste of a workshop today. I'm gonna do a little talk about UX. Then we're gonna go to the breakout sessions in about 20 minutes or so. Though since we have a few extra minutes, since we're starting early, then I might take a little bit longer than that. Let's see how we go. Just want to confirm with Felicia before we go on that the Zoom breakout rooms will be ready by about 20 minutes.
Yep.
All right, cool, brilliant. And if you can make me a co-host as well, if you haven't already, then I can go around from room to room later. So we're going to talk about definitions of UX, how we teach it, what's important, and I think what's important for now, and how you guys, being the next generation, the up and coming generation, how you guys, or for me, how I think the questions I think you guys should be asking. What are the high value questions in UX that you guys should be asking? And then we're going to go on to the workshop where we're going to facilitate you brainstorming different ideas to how we might solve that question at the bottom. How might we bring value to the world facing the new digital normal? I'm going to begin with the UX of aircon units here. This is an air conditioning unit on the left there that I had to use before a workshop in a hotel in Cebu. Now have a look at this workshop. Maybe in the chat, you can answer in the chat. Do you think this aircon is on or off right now? Looking at the slide, do you think the aircon is on or off? Just answer in the chat. On, right? Yeah, exactly. It's on. And how do you know it's on? What on? What indicates that it's on to you? The blue screen, yeah. The light is on. And one more thing, perhaps. The screen's lit up, yeah. One more thing. There's a temperature, yeah. Now, in my experience and in your experience, when you go to a digital aircon, anyway, that's lit up and it has a temperature, the aircon is on. Obviously, that makes sense, complete sense. In fact, this aircon is off. This is the off state for the aircon. And I had a good, I struggled 5 minutes here trying to get the aircon to turn on in this hotel. And I gave up. I was going through all the different modes, you know, fan, cool, auto, trying the different fan speeds and the temperature, and nothing was working, nothing was coming on. And I couldn't get it on. So I gave up. I got annoyed, slightly at least. And I called the front desk to say, hey, Kuya, the aircon's not working. Could you come up and fix the aircon, please? So Kuya comes upstairs, leaves his desk, comes upstairs, takes the elevator, knocks on the door, comes in, and he walks over to the elevator, the aircon, and he presses this button in the top right, and it turns on. And I go, okay. So this has this power button, and it turns on. And the only difference when you turn it on, when you press the button, I'm going to go to the next slide. This is the next slide. Can you see the difference? First slide, second slide. See the difference? First slide, second slide. Yeah, there's a little tiny red dot that indicates to you, is this aircon on or off? And in fact, when it's on, when the red light's on, it's on. Otherwise, it's off. And there's a lot to unpack with this story. I think this is a really good illustration of bad UX on so many different levels. Let's first think about the business impact of this poor interface. The business impact is that this hotel bought this aircon from a supplier, I imagine. And now somebody from the hotel staff has to spend about an hour a day going up and down, pressing buttons, turning on, dealing with frustrated customers who can't turn on the aircon. They have to spend an hour a day going up and downstairs, turning on buttons. Pretty silly. So the business impact is like cost the hotel a lot to spend on this resource person going up and down, pressing buttons. Do you think they tested this air conditioning control unit on anyone, on any users? I suspect no. I suspect if they'd have spent 5-10 minutes testing this on a few people, they would have found out that very quickly most people aren't able to turn on this air conditioning unit. So if they'd done a usability test, this air conditioning unit would have failed a usability test. Can people figure out how to use this interface without being told how to use it? No, they cannot. As someone who works in UX, as a software engineer, I spent 5 minutes here and I couldn't figure it out. So I gave up. So if they had done any kind of user testing, they would have figured this out. But thinking about testing, do you think that this air conditioning control unit was developed in a factory, I imagine? Do you think it passed QA in the factory? I assume they had somebody testing it in the factory. They had somebody probably testing, does this thing work? QA perhaps running through a checklist saying, okay, when I press this button, then the aircon should come on. I imagine it passed that test, but it didn't pass the usability test. So they did a functionality test, but they didn't think about usability there. If they had done a prototype of this interface, they would have figured out very quickly that actually it's not working. If they'd have prototyped it, showed it to someone, hey, and asked them to say, hey, could you spend 5 minutes trying to figure this thing out? Then they would have iterated the design, hopefully, and fixed it, but they didn't. Another thing to consider is that they could have spent a few minutes perhaps thinking about what the users think about aircon. What do they expect to use when they're going to be using this aircon? What's their mental model? What's their past experiences that we're designing around? What do people expect when they interact with an aircon? if they'd have spent 5 minutes there putting themselves in the user's shoes, perhaps they would have learned something that made them design the aircon in a different way. So there's business impact, usability testing, prototyping, iteration, empathy, research, all wrapped up in this aircon story here. The hotel's stuck with this air conditioning unit now. They're lumbered with it. It's very difficult, I imagine, or very costly to replace all of the aircon units in the hotel. So they're kind of locked in there, which is a shame. Sure, they can add some stickers perhaps that would indicate, hey, press the on button here to turn it on, but definitely not a great user experience, especially considering the traveler who stays in the hotel. This was in Cebu, so I just got to Cebu from Manila, and I'd spent, hours waiting in Naiya airport. Plane was late, getting to Cebu, going through the traffic, and then finally I get to the hotel, I get to check in. And the first thing I want to do, the first part of my experience, I can't do it, it fails. So as a user, I don't care about the process that led to this. As a user, all I see is this aircon that for me, for the first 5 minutes doesn't work. And it gives me a very negative impression of the hotel. So I like that story because it encapsulates so many different aspects of user experience. And user experience is something that encapsulates lots of different things. Lots of people think that it's just the interface. It's just how the thing looks. Does it look pretty? And it's so much more than that. Yeah, this is the definition that we use for our UX certification training from the British Computer Society. So a UX is a person's perceptions and responses resulting from the use and or anticipated use of a product, system, or service. So as I'm using your interface, potentially more often than not, I'm going to be feeling things based on how well you've not just designed the interface, but thought about what's useful for me. How much you've empathized with your users is directly correlated to the frustration or lack of frustration that I feel as a user using your product. And it's about the whole end-to-end experience, encompassing not just what's on the interface, but all the different things before and after that as well. Another thing from our UX training is, this is the ISO standard for user-centered design. And by the way, I'm not doing a generic intro to UX today, because I figure UX societies already know a little bit about UX at least. So I'm jumping into maybe some more harder topics for today. So the ISO standard for user-centered design, the design is based upon an explicit understanding of users, tasks, and environment. So who's doing the thing? Who's the user? What are they trying to do? And what's the context in which they're doing it? And we as designers and as software engineers as well, I know, we love jumping in and just designing, either opening Figma or XD or whatever, or even as a developer, opening your IDE and starting programming. Because that's the bit we like, that's the bit we enjoy. But we have to, when we're in UX, it's about putting that off, I guess, at least at the beginning, and jumping into understanding first, like, hey, why are we building this thing at all? What's the point in this thing that we're trying to do? And are we able to satisfy the user needs? What are the user needs first? So drilling down there, spending time understanding that. Number two, users are involved throughout design and development. Sometimes we see this a lot with some companies who shall remain nameless. They come in and they engage on off group, often at the end of a building a website or building an app, and they come to us and they say, hey, we made this thing. Can you test it and see what's good, what's bad, what people like about it? And sure, that's better than not doing any user testing, but it's very late in the process. As much as possible, we'd like users to be involved at the beginning, before they've built anything first, to get that explicit understanding. Then involved at the prototyping stage, at the testing, at the iterative stage. We embrace this process as being iterative, number 4 there. And number 3, we design we refine the design based on user-centered evaluation. So we're constantly making something, showing it to people, having them use it, watching them use it, identifying issues, and then fixing those issues, and then putting them back into the next iteration. So we involve users throughout design and development, not just at the beginning, not just at the end, though those are still better than not involving users at all, but ideally all throughout the whole process at regular intervals. The more time you spend observing users, watching your, interacting with your prototype or your competitors' websites, I'm paraphrasing Jared's tool here, the better your design will be. So involve users, refine from user-centered evaluation, iterate the process. The design addresses the whole user experience, not just the end, not just the beginning, but this end-to-end journey. That's why on-off group is called on-off group, because we recognize that the process is not just online, not just offline, but a combination of them both. It's both offline and offline, online and offline processes coming together. A user's experience with your product, system, or service tends to be encompassing multiple online and multiple offline interactions. So we try and tell our clients to kind of stay at that high level and keep that high level in mind. Don't just focus on, oh, we need to build a website, we need to build an app, but try and really address the whole user experience. And number 6, the design team includes multidisciplinary skills and perspectives. So different people from different backgrounds coming together to solve a business problem, usually in some way. So for best example I can think of recently was with Moralco, with a design sprint we did with them. And we had 8-9 people in the room representing a whole kind of vertical slice of the organization, from people in senior management down to people in who were face to face with the customer, whose job was working in the business center, receiving money from the customer and processing the payment, and tech people and sales people and marketing people, all in the same, working on the same project at the same time. And when you have such a good mix of people like that, it helps you surface issues and find solutions early on in the process, rather than late on and finding out late on you have some kind of big blocking problem. It really helps you surface everything much quicker. And all of this leads us to this idea of outputs over outcomes. So often as UXers, we get kind of fall in love with the output, whether it's a new process, a new website, or a new customer journey map, or an updated persona, or something like that. We fall in love with making outputs, and we often forget about why are we building, why are we making these things? What's the point of the output? What's the point of, what do we hope to achieve? How do we measure success? How do as a UXer, it's not just going through a checklist of, oh, okay, I need to make a persona, okay, done, check. Okay, I need to make a journey map, okay, done, check. The idea is we need to always keep the outcome in mind. And this is from a book. I've just forgotten the name of the book. Sense and Response. There you go, by Jeff Got Health. And there's also another book called, I think, Outcomes Over Outputs now, which is well worth reading. A lot of the value we bring is helping people refocus on the outcome. Our clients refocus on the outcome, not focus just on the output. Move them away from thinking about things as a website and move them into thinking of things as a service, an end-to-end service. An end-to-end service, what do I mean by that? Here's a couple of examples that I'm going to show you. Oops. One second. There we go. So here's one example, one good example from the UK government. This is applying for online for a UK passport. So you search online, apply online for passport. It leads you to this website. Gives you a little bit of background information. Tells you how many days to go till Brexit on the right there. 32 days. But down here on the bottom, tells you how long it's going to take before you start, what you need, and then it tells you how to get started. Start now, and then it immediately puts you into a wizard flow where it asks you some questions to kind of profile you, and then it asks you to put in your data. It captures your data. And you go through this field, and it's very obvious to the user what the next step is. It's super simple. It's super clear. Anyone can use this website, pretty much. It's very designed for accessibility from young people to old people. What I love about it is that it's the next step is super clear for the user, and you don't have to think at all as a user. Now compare that to something like LTO in the Philippines. If you go to the LTO website and you try and renew your driver's license, for example, if I look for renew, maybe here, okay, renewal of driver's license, and then it gives you some information, some nice, lovely technical language there, NPDL, PDL. NPDL, PDL, CL. Checklist, renewal, tells you, I guess I need these things. Tells you if you're for OFW, some notes, some steps for OFWs, some more stuff, another checklist, more checklist, another steps, and I'm a little bit lost here. A little bit confused about what do I do next? Where do I go? I'm overwhelmed. It's given me all the information. I have no idea how to get started. Present requirements. Where? How do I get the requirements? Do I need to fill a form in? Where do I go? It's not telling me anything here. It's just a website. And it just displays information to people. It's not a service. This is a service designed, Lance in the chat, yeah. This is a service, the UK one. It's step by step. We're teasing out the information here. This one, it's just boom, here you go. Here's all the information anybody could possibly need. Throw it at the wall. And it's there, but man, it's tough. It's difficult to use. So this is a good example, I think, of making an output and forgetting to think about, actually, why are we making the website? What business outcome do we hope to achieve? And refocusing on that outcome regularly. And that's where I'd like to kind of push the focus for you guys, for your careers. So if someone comes to you and says, "Hey, we need to make a new website," yeah, you can make a bit of money and make a website for that person, and it's it's perfectly valid way of making money. But I think as UXers, I think we should be asking harder questions. We should be asking, because the risk with that is that it becomes another generic website full of PDFs and oh, we did it this way because the client wants it. Okay. But who can stop people thinking like that and thinking more in depth is you guys, okay? As the next generation of UXers, you guys are in charge of this, okay? We rely on you for doing this. We're doing what we can at our end. Hopefully you can do what you can at your end as well. So I want you guys to, instead of saying, yes, okay, we'll build the website, here's some designs, or let me get started in Figma, try and begin with a big, difficult question. What outcome do you hope to achieve? Push that back to the client. How will you know that we've been successful with your website? What are the outcomes you want to achieve? And try and get them to a real answer. Try and get it to something quantifiable eventually. This This is maybe not a question they're used to being asked as well, which is the first problem. They're like, what does that even mean? Why should my website have an outcome? And you have this whole other conversation that you have to have before you can go into that stuff, okay? But for example, reduce cost to government per transaction, increase user satisfaction, increase completion rate of digital transactions. These are pretty solid outcomes that maybe people want to try and achieve with that. And it's not easy. It's difficult. As I tell my 6-year-old son when he's playing a game. Yesterday he installed, I've forgotten the name, he installed something and he couldn't do it. And he said, but it's hard, Daddy. And you know what? I always tell him this. It's okay, we do hard things. That's what we do. We do hard things. As UXers, we do hard things. Building a website, I think in 2020 is, man, compared to 20 years ago, is ridiculously easy. But having the difficult conversations around why we should build a website is much more difficult. And I think that's the next 10, at least, years where we want to put the focus. Building is got much easier. So many no coding tools. And, you know, if your website achieves the outcome, then great. It doesn't really matter how you coded it. If you spend 1 day versus 3 months to achieve the same outcome, which one is better? I think the person who can achieve business outcome in 1 day. So as UX people, that's what we're here for. It's to help people achieve business outcomes, make the world a better place, not just for businesses, but also for the users. It's not easy, of course, but it's pushing these conversations is the highest value stuff that we can do as UXers. So we need to focus on it. And I'd like us to become known for asking the difficult questions, but pushing them. What outcome do you hope to achieve? Really makes them think, challenges them. Again, it's something they probably haven't been asked before. And do that, okay? Ask those questions. So that's the end of my slides. We're going to do a workshop now for the rest of the time. Remember, this is what we were doing today. The main focus for today is how might we bring value to a world facing the new digital normal? That's the question. I've given you some inspiration, hopefully, but that's the question I'm going to put to you guys in your teams as we go to the workshop section. And hopefully you've all done the homework, the pre-work. Let's have a look. Let's see how many people have done the pre-work. We have 28 people have done the pre-work. Not bad. If we can share the link again in the chat to the Miro board, we're going to be going to Miro. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I'm going to talk you through the Miro board. So hopefully you've all been in here. The idea is that you're all up to speed with Miro. You've seen you've seen how it can be used. See, Lance has been in here. Very good, Lance. A couple more people been in here. That's good. Been playing around with that. I'm going to give you a quick, again, a lightning intro to Miro. Once you get into Miro, once you click the link in the Zoom chat, you'll be wondering how to navigate. Quickest way to navigate is to hold down the space bar, and then now I can drag and drop and I can move the board around. I'm still holding space as I'm clicking and dragging and moving the board around. When I let go of space, now again, I can interact with elements on the board. I can interact with the post-it. Over here, I can interact. I can move these around now. I hold space again. Now I can drag and drop the board and I can move around. I let go of space and again, I'm back into interact mode. To zoom in and zoom out, I hold Control or Command on my Mac, and then I zoom in and zoom out. I use the mouse cursor here, but you can equally use a trackpad. It's a little bit more difficult, but it still works with the trackpad. Just pinch and pinch out on the trackpad. You can also duplicate post-its. Command D, I press Control D on Windows. Duplicate. If you want to edit a post-it, double click, and then you're in edit mode. And now I can type here. To release yourself from edit mode, press Escape. And now I can interact again with the other elements. So just double click. I'll give you a couple of, well, a few more seconds to play around with it if you're not already in there. Have a little play. And while you're doing that, let's see, okay, we got 28 people with who filled in, done the pre-work. If you come down here to I'm going to actually bring you all to me. There we go. You should see the groupings here. So if you zoom in, don't forget wherever the mouse cursor is, that's where you're going to zoom in. So if I put my mouse cursor over the red team and zoom, it zooms there. If I move the mouse cursor over the orange, it zooms there. Try and find, if you don't already know your team, find your team. All the teams are here. We have 15 teams, which is the biggest online workshop I've ever done so far. So well done. Thank you for coming. A lot of what I do now, I've been telling people, it sounds very cheesy, but I'm a dad, so it's okay. I've been telling people that I'm not a facilitator anymore. I'm a pre-facilitator. So what I do to facilitate a workshop now, I do a lot of facilitation work is done in advance by designing a good Miro board. It just, having a good Miro board tends to make life easier for everyone else. So what I've done here is I've linked, if you click the link here, I'm going to click on this link for click here to go to your board for the bright green team. I click that and it takes me all the way over here to the bright green team. And then I can scroll up and down. If this is not my team, there's a link here where you can go back to the team assignments and then find your team. Again, you just want to click on where your team is when you're ready. And then each team has their own work area on the board. It's a copy paste, it's a duplicate for all of them. But you're going through the same activities in your teams of about 6 people, give or take, depending on how many people are actually here. So I'm going to talk you through the board right now about what you guys are going to do. And then when I'm finished, I will open the breakout rooms, and then we'll come back in the main session at about 5:30. I put timings in the board as well, so you know exactly where you are. So let me explain the board to you. So red team work area. Who's in this team? Okay, these are the people in this team. If you're not here, maybe you want to click the link here at the top and go back to your team, find your team. Then this is our design challenge for today. We're going to do like a mini, like a 1-hour brainstorming session. Okay, so we're going to go through a few different phases. We're using the kind of design thinking methodology here to apply this. So as UXers, how might we bring value to a world facing the new digital normal? First thing I want you to do when you get into your breakout rooms, step 1, introduce yourselves. And if you don't know each other already, and then decide who will take notes for the discussion. There's going to be a discussion when we get to step 3, step 2, step 3. This person, this note taker, will write notes from the interview onto the Miro board and also share their Miro board window in the Zoom breakout room. So because often not everybody, or there's always at least one person who has an issue accessing Miro. So just to get around that, we have one person share their screen inside the breakout rooms so that you can all see your team's board, whether you've got Miro working or not. Write the note taker's name here. So if the note taker was, for example, Jason, then I would write Jason's name here, okay? Then decide on a focus area for your discussion, okay? So this is obviously a large open-ended question here that could be for anyone in any situation. How might we bring value to a world facing the new digital normal? Maybe you want to focus on just the wider world, that's fine. If anyone hasn't, okay, yeah, Felicia, that's okay. You can merge, and if there's any groups that don't have many people, you can merge them into others. Just let them know in the chat, Felicia, who's been merged. So decide on a focus area: government, startup, private organization, social impact, universities, something else. Totally up to you, okay? Up to you, doesn't really matter. And finish that by about 4:35. Write your focus area here. Just write, for example, government. Okay, done. Next one. So those first 2 are like 5 minutes and then you're done. The next one, you get a little bit more time for this, about 20 minutes for open discussion in your team. This question, I put some sample questions here that I want you to ask each other and have an open discussion. So what is the new digital normal anyway for people in your focus area? This is just based on your experience, what you know or do not know about the problem area. Normally we do a lot of research before doing an activity like this, but we're jumping in kind of raw here today. What are the challenges faced by people in your focus area? What are the values UXs can provide? Any other questions? And I want you to, as long as it's relevant to the how might we question, follow the conversation wherever it leads you, okay? As your team is having this open discussion, the note taker takes notes below, down here on these post-its, okay? So you're writing down key points from the discussion. You get all these post-its to write them down on, note taker. So again, in this case, for example, now you can change this later, but this would be Jason, who would be the one sharing his mirror screen and also capturing notes from the interviews here, from the discussion here. Once you've done that, again, that was finished by 4:50. This is then step 4, where you're reviewing your notes from the discussion and trying to perhaps reframe the problems you have identified in your discussion as how might we questions. So for example, if we did a discussion and somebody said, oh, you know, the government gets stuck on just making a website and getting PDFs up there and all the information online and doesn't really focus on outcomes, then to reframe that as a how might we, I might say, oh, okay, how might we show people in government the value of focusing on outcomes over outputs? That might be a how might we. Try and generate a few different how might we questions. You don't have to do all, you don't have to do 8, but at least you have a couple of different how might we questions here. That's fine. And then now we need to choose one at 5 p.m. You should be finishing that and choosing one how might we question to brainstorm for today. And then try and generate as many different ideas as you can to that how might we question. Finish that, so you have about 15 minutes to brainstorm. Finish that by 5:15, and then go down to step 6, which is the final step. And I want you to drag down your ideas onto the impact feasibility matrix down here below. So if you can see that, we have, I can just zoom out there. So I take an idea I had above, I drag it down, and I say, okay, how impactful would this idea be? Very impactful. Yeah, okay, but how feasible is it? How easy is it to do? Very or difficult. If it's very feasible, very easy to do, then okay, I'll put it there. Maybe another idea is somewhere in the middle here. Maybe another one is it's kind of fairly impactful, but not very feasible. Or maybe something else is very, very impactful, but very difficult to do. Maybe a long-term thing. And that's then the ones in the top right, those are the kind of short-term, low-hanging fruit. Easy ones to take action on after today. Ones in the top left, maybe a little bit more long-term, require a bit more thinking and buy-in perhaps. And that's it. That's where we're going to end. And at 5:30 p.m. in 62 minutes, we're going to be ending the breakout rooms, and we'll be back in the main room to wrap up. And I want to hear back from as many teams as possible on their ideas that they've generated in this 1-hour session. Okay. Are there any questions before we go to the breakout rooms? Some groups have been merged. So whatever breakout room you're in, that's the correct group for you. Okay. Felicia, I'll let you open the breakout rooms now. Take it away. And I'll see you guys in about an hour. And I'll be going from room to room. I'll also be sending messages to remind you of the times and when you should be finishing an activity. Are we good with the breakout rooms, Felicia?
Yep, the rooms have been opened already.
All right, cool. Can you assign one to me to one? Sorry, because I can't see yet. So you guys should be seeing the breakout room option. I'm not yet, Felicia. Did you assign me?
Yep, okay, hold on.
You're assigning my mobile. Can you assign my laptop, the one without its mobile?
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
All right. Hey guys, you guys wanna talk or yun?
I'm Martina. I am from 2BS Comtech in Ateneo. True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We can start already. So I guess if you guys want, like, just feel free to share na lang your thoughts. So the first one is, we have to be done in 2 minutes. What area do you want to focus on? Does anyone have any ideas? Like, just from top of mind.
Because like for me, I find that like a lot of schools, like their websites are really, 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 really bad.
Hmm.
And like you know how like some schools
Is CJ here? Oh no. Okay. I haven't introduced myself pa pala. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Kay. Also from Ateneo, but 3 BS MIS MSCS. So not a contact major. Nice to meet you guys. And oh yeah, what made me join?
Okay, yeah. So I'll go ahead and introduce myself. So yeah, hi, I'm Jericho. Yeah, I'm just a first year student, and just really I wanted to join this workshop because I'm just really interested in like design and like how do you do this and that, because I've just always been fascinated with like
Don't be nervous naman. Super open and collaborative yung UX design in general, like the culture and the topic.
Hari, assure naman po.
Mhm.
Hello, hi guys.
Hello.
Dalawa lang pala kayo dito. Don't
Yeah.
worry, we're gonna move you to another.
Yes. Oh, she got moved.
Okay.
What about si Ali? Will she get moved to the same as Irene?
Yeah. She's supposed to get moved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I round na lang?
Yeah, you can roam around. You have the power to do so.
Yay. Hmm.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Because your screen is...
Hanggang ba siya?
Yeah. Ayan yun. Balik na.
Oh,
Hindi na
nawala ako.
nakikita pa eh.
So, wala nang lecture after nito or hi sir.
Hi, sir.
How's it? You guys are not participating, right, Tama? Or are you?
Yes, sir. We're not.
No, sir, we're not participating.
You're not.
We're not
Okay.
participants.
Gabs, you're the host, right?
No. The
No?
current one holding the host is the UX Society account.
Okay,
She's the
because
one holding the host account for Zoom po.
Okay. Where's that? Because I need to ask someone to send broadcast to breakout room message for me.
Or we can tell her. What do you want to send?
Wait. Is she in the main room?
Yes, sir.
There you go. I'll just go back there.
Chat. Okay. So you can go
Wala.
red na lang.
Hinahanap ka ni
Walang
Felicia.
fast.
Nagot. Di ako marunong mag-facilitate. Di ako mag-facilitate, sir. Di ako marunong.
Wait, what? Nasaan siya?
Sa main room.
Sino?
Where's Felicia?
Felicia is in...
Do you wanna go
Bright
back to the
green.
main room?
Well, we can go back anytime naman.
Okay.
Lan, you can go to Team Red.
Si Red.
Yeah.
Ikaw yan, Joanne. You know, not joined.
Kita pa.
Okay.
I left kasi mukhang okay naman sila eh. They're talkative.
Why not yung gold? Meron na ba sa gold yung facilitator? Hindi ko alam sino yung facilitator ngayon.
Harvey. It's supposed to be Harvey, but he's not there.
I told her, but no reply. I sent a message though.
Okay.
But no, I sent the message to her telling her, hey, send this message, please, but no reply. Can you fix it, please? Thank you. Bye.
Joanne, Felicia told me to go to dark orange, so I'll go to dark
Yeah,
orange.
sige, go there na.
Joanne.
Wait, Gabs, alas tayo dito.
Sige, saan tayo?
Red.
Okay.
Since baka nakadito lang. Diba?
Yeah. Oh, we're actually quite ahead. I'm looking through everyone's. Wala pang masyado. Competitive. Bakit na competitive? Okay.
Oh, I think
Hey guys, kamusta kayo?
Oh, we're just brainstorming for now. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Then we'll discuss in a bit.
Okay, that's good.
Wait, you guys. So for school website services for students, so what do you mean by Lexa form again? From like Google Form?
Yeah. Who's the one who said that? Sorry, forgot. Was it Isabel?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. You startups.
To file
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So I think we can kind of focus, if everyone's okay with government, and then we go into more detail later on and like how they can help small businesses and startups better. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, so right now I'm gonna write government. But yeah, I think along the way, we don't have to limit ourselves so much to this one. Like kung may maisip kayo, you can always start in some way to how the government can afford it better. So yeah.
Topic is good. I think we can first a little while.
Sorry, Therese. Ano yun?
The topic is kind of wide, but I think we can shorten it a little while later.
Okay.
As we go.
I'm trying to fix
Let's
it for a
wait.
while. Wait lang po.
Okay. Sure, go lang. Oh yeah, this is also a little hard for us because we're not part of the government. So we're kind of just guessing and reading off articles. But, I think it's also nice.
Hi guys, kamusta kayo? What are you guys doing?
We're good.
We're good.
Okay, nice.
I think we're winning. May prize ba?
Competitive kami.
Hindi to na-announce, pero may Grab gift cards kaming ipapamigay to lucky
Gap.
workshop participants.
Oh, that's us.
And also, na-answer nyo ba yung UXPH survey?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
get ready na lang.
Nice. I don't even use Figma. I don't even know how to use Figma. Okay. What else? Come on, Jason. Add ka sa UXers. I'm a newbie UXer.
Wait, mas kailangan nyo, mas konti things sa digital normal.
Okay, fine.
Edi Zoom Nation.
Pwede.
Like, point tapos, you can like look it up. Man, how about others? May gusto pa kayo i-drag?
There's actually a really good resource for UX database if you guys want that also. I'll send it here. Dagdag ko lang. Nag-plug lang.
Okay, that's nice. Baka we can use it for like reference.
Yeah.
What else? Other questions pa ba? Baka try to make sure. Nasa how might we questions na, right? Any naman, Pia. Like, you can ask, what? How might we?
Oh, yeah. I think it's the next step na. That's the
you guys
next
want
step
to move
na.
on na ba? Kasi they extended to 4:55. Gusto niyo na mag-move on to the next?
Do you guys have any more
Ada naman. We
questions?
can go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go na.
Okay, sige. For the next one, it's going to be reframe problem as how might we statement. So the problem, government gets stuck on just making a website, and then so how might we show people in government that value of refocusing on outcomes or outputs. So you can go wild. So ayun, na-list naman natin yung mga problems kanina. So meron bang may suggestions? Yeah, ikaw, do you have a suggestion? Oh. How about the others? So yung mga na-list natin kaninang problems are like people are shifting to the new digital normal and it's medyo a struggle. Yeah. So baka we can phrase that as how might
how might we ease the transition from
Yeah.
And then siguro we can talk yung na-mention kanina ni Jericho on the resources. How might we make online resources more accessible and not accessible, more like awareness yung sa'yo, di ba?
Yeah, I think it should be both, like awareness and accessibility.
So how do you think, how do you want to phrase that?
Like, I think how might we be able to take these online resources and like spread it as widely as possible to like well, I guess it would be how would be like look for solutions to reach the largest amount of people.
Oh, okay, sige. And then meron din yung na-mention kanina about yung something about making it basic for people. Tama ba? May nag-mention nun kanina, I saw. I think it was Pia.
Yep.
There, user. Okay, baka you can phrase that, Tia, yung user-friendly. How do you wanna like phrase that? Parang baka you have ideas there.
So how might we
How do you want it parang how might we make the current platform more user-friendly to the different audiences of education? Ay, different stakeholders of education. Parang ganun ba? Oh, okay, yes.
Oh,
Alright.
cool, cool.
Okay, sige.
you might
Sige, sorry.
you might also want to check because you guys also mentioned yung internet dependency. So maybe something how might we for that?
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah, yeah.
Any suggestions, guys? I think ikaw nag-mention nun, Jericho, or si ano ba?
Yeah,
Si
it
Joe.
was me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a
I
suggestion,
like,
Jero?
I'm thinking right now.
Just saying yung mga thoughts nyo. Like, you want to shoot your ideas down naman. It's nice to hear, like, a lot of ideas. So, feel free to just, like, dump all your, like, words, your brain farts. Or, yeah. Ano yun, Jericho? You were thinking, ano?
Like I was thinking, how might we like be able to provide the same opportunities to like everyone, like regardless of their internet connection. Yeah, like something
Okay,
like
that
that.
is very nice. I like that. Oh, Pia said something. How might we make the platforms not interdependent? Wait, is that hot? It's okay. Later pa naman natin i-discuss yung feasibility. I think, right? Yeah. Okay, so any more? How about kay George kanina? Ayun. How might we make it more favorable on all students, not just so parang okay, that's nice.
Oh, that's actually nice.
Yeah, okay. That's nice. Sharina, you wanna, okay, I won't force it. Any more else? Any more else? Anything else? Oh, thank you, Joanne. What else? Meron pa, meron din na mention kanina on, sometimes you struggle to catch up. Sino yung nag-mention ito?
Oh, yeah.
Yung angle ba nung sometimes you struggle to catch up? Wait, nakalimutan ko eh. Oh, something na lang, sorry. Pag maalala ko na lang. Meron dito yung nagsabing platform like Canvas and Blackboards, wala na siya. Baka meron like, how might we make digital normal more, how do I say this? Parang something more familiar to what was school like before, if you get what I'm trying to say. Parang, paano ba siya gawing mas normal? Mimic. Oh yeah, mimic. Yeah. How might we mimic what do you call the normal before? Old normal? How might we mimic physical learning?
Normal. Oh yeah, face-to-face setup or like
Yeah, you know.
yeah, those are good words.
How might we mimic face-to-face learning now?
Yeah, like through digital like
Yeah.
environments. Something like that.
That's cute. That's cute. Okay. agree
Easy.
ako. Ganun ang Miro. Yung
Yeah.
and then parang super
It's
user
like one solution.
normal, the best.
Normal pa rin.
Favorable for context, yes, the teachers are well. Methods of how to discuss as a group. Some classes di madali ituro. Some classes di madali maturo. I guess this is on the flexibility of the platform, tama? Parang how might we make the platform more flexible for other, not just even classes, even courses, like yung mga output-based courses, di ba? So baka pwedeng how might we make the platforms more feasible for different fields and subjects. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think something else is that like some courses have workloads like as if we were actually in like a face-to-face environment, so that I think it's becoming more stressful now that we're online, but still it's still like being implemented like we were in face-to-face. So like I think it should also like account for those.
Sige. So from these things that we discussed, I think we're done na, no? Meron pa ba kayong gustong dagdag sa how might we? Okay. Wala na. But po, I'm just 22. Ilang taon na ba kayo? Are you guys like, 17. Oh my God. 18.
17.
Oh my
Oh my God.
god.
Wow, starting it early. Gusto ko yan.
That's nice. Okay. Sige. Okay. So po nga. Okay. But okay. I'm pretty young for my batch. Anyway, going back. Let us now, there. What's this? Okay. Sige. So, dun sa mga na-mention kanina, meron ba kayong napupusuan na how might we question? Gusto ko actually yung na-mention ni George kanina. He mentioned how might we provide assistance to students who aren't as tech savvy. Parang gusto ko rin yun. And then, kayo, may napupusuan ba kayo? Like, do you feel like, sige, gusto mo rin yun. Sige. Sige, ano pa, George? How about si Pia? Do you feel like you like any? Sana mo, yeah, I agree. Sama rin teacher. So how might we, ano yung nasabi ko?
Bias.
Magkakilala ba kayo, George? Ni Pia? Hindi. Okay. Close lang kayo ngayon. Okay. So how might we...
Grabe to. Ano ba?
Kinikilig ako. Parang startup lang. Joke lang. So, later mag-chat na lang tayo kung sino yung team natin. Anyway, going back, how might we, so parang are we all decided na dun sa how might we provide assistance to non-tech savvy students and teachers?
Like I think in general it should be like all stakeholders of education. Like, it could be like employees as well, like other employees.
Sige. But I also think na parang it's good if we focus on a specific target market para lang na the products or the outcomes that we provide hindi masyadong wide.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to focus on students or teachers?
I think like a classroom environment would be best. So like both students and teachers are involved.
Sige. Okay. So yeah, let's go with both. All right. Okay. So final or how might we question will be how might we provide assistance to non-tech savvy teachers and students? Yes?
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. Now we're going to move on to step 5 and brainstorm as many ideas as you can. Can someone share screen? I'm recording right now for UXS YouTube. It would be nice if nakita yung Miro board. Oh, okay. Do you want me to? Okay, I'll share screen na lang. But I'm not the one taking notes, Joanne. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh. Wait, how? Wow, dark orange. But ang galing naman ng dark orange. Joke lang. Kita ba? Is it now shared?
Nice.
Okay na, Joanne?
Yeah, okay na. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so yun, let's start brainstorming. Ano yung mga naisip nyo on how to provide assistance to the students and teachers? Any ideas? Like, kahit just like throw it out there.
Well, I think like a platform like this, like Miro, would be super helpful because it's super collaborative then. So like you can just throw ideas and like you can immediately take note of them. So like yeah, something just like Miro.
Okay. O, sige. Ako siguro something really basic since we're talking about assistance. Hindi rin, I would appreciate it if I were a student or a teacher na there's one database or like a platform where I can understand all the other platforms being thrown at me. Like kunyari, in this platform, ina-explain na how to use GDocs, ina-explain na how to use MS Office, ina-explain na how to use Zoom. Parang it would be nice if they were all collated in one platform where teachers and students can access para hindi yung naka-intimidate kasi. So like I feel like a platform that makes it less intimidating for students and teachers would be really helpful.
Ooh, yeah. I actually like that as well. So like parang wiki siya ganun.
Oo, parang wiki. Ay, kaso hindi ko makita yung chat. When I share a screen, wait. Oh. How do I like see the chat?
Yeah, I think like yung above part, there's like controls there.
Okay. Yes, collaborative functions and customizable na rin. Oh, like one drop guide. Yes, like the one drop guide. Go Kuya. Since Kuya. Ako ba si Kuya? Conduct seminars. Yeah, pwede rin. Conduct seminars. That's nice. And then, what else?
I think like something that would really help in a classroom environment is like having the ability to archive like what happened, what took place. Because in like face to face you can easily remember it. Like you can just remember what happened, like what people said. But like in an online environment, I think it's more of a struggle. So like something that can help us take notes as if like we had a notebook or as if like we were physically listening to someone else, like just like some sort of platform that does that so that we still have that sense of like open communication with people.
Yeah. Parang nagchichismisan, no? Habang...
Yeah, yun din. Na-miss ko rin yun.
Parang like how Discord works.
Hindi talaga hinabol.
Okay. That's okay. Pwede rin, so that ulit let's parang just so that we keep thinking about or how might we provide assistance to non-tech savvy teachers and students. So baka we can also focus on the assistance part. The keyword is assistance. Like parang how do we help them to learn? Or like parang how do we help them adapt? Paano natin kaya ma-solve yung gap between yun nga, non-tech savvy and the digital world? Paano pa ba? Parang I was also thinking, parang bot. Like parang, do you guys know Discord?
Oh,
Diba kasi parang sa Discord, parang, or like Telegram, if you have, there are these bots and then you just ask like questions na parang, hey bot, how do I share screen? And then it gives you, yes,
yeah,
good.
that's super
So
useful.
parang cute, diba? Tapos meron din sometimes like, you ask, hey bot, how do I screenshot? Kasi sometimes, especially, I think kung saan ang pinanggagalingan ng teachers sa sa pag-understand ng digital world is wala silang matanungan. Like, you know how your parents are always like, how do I screenshot? How do I like this? How do I like that? So parang,
Yeah.
it's kasi for us, it's so easy for us to like, oh, this is, ganito lang kasi yan. You just have to look here. You just have to look that. But for a lot of people, it's not like that. So parang nice if like, there's like a bot or like a system that supports you or like parang like a FAQ, mga ganon. Direct interaction. Oh yeah, that's cute. Yeah, I don't know then the term. I'm just, I'm not super tech here, but yeah, cute enough to have like your assistant. Yeah, something like that.
I think something else that like nung physical pa we have these like whiteboards that teachers would just go and write on. But like in online, all you have is PowerPoint and you can't just kapag biglang may nagtanong and like you want to take note of it on a board, you just can't do that.
So parang, parang,
Like a virtual whiteboard of sorts.
yeah, get. Parang, like a bulletin board, no?
Yeah, just
Parang,
something
yeah.
like would help us make those like spontaneous na interactions, take note of those.
Yeah, get. Interesting. So MS Teams meron. I don't, yeah, oo nga, I heard about the MS Teams and then how, yeah. What else? So, still thinking. Precursor lang. What do you mean precursor, Pia? Like, is like cursor as in mouse? Or cursor as in like, is that the term in MS Teams? Ay,
Yes,
narinig
per
ba?
mouse. Kasi
Per
kapag
mouse?
face-to-face, parang mas madali talagang i-write using your hands. Pag cursor
Oo.
kasi, less control.
Yeah. Yun nga.
Okay, gets.
So like unless you have a pen or a stylus, mahirapan ka talaga magsulat.
Yes.
Ganun sa MS Teams? Interesting. What else can we like think about assistance? Parang how else can we provide assistance? We have 4 minutes. So go lang. Ikaw, yes. Baka gusto mo i-share. Go lang. Like, baka
Go
you
lang.
type, wala akong ala, hindi ba ako nerd?
Oh, data. You can just type
Yeah,
it.
well, but naman. Feel free to type lang. Yes. What
Yeah,
else?
hindi na compile it naman.
Meron pa ba kayong gusto i-suggest? Cute din actually ng parang, you know how, well, this is just the concept. Parang you know how sometimes like a student sa high school, merong after class sessions.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, parang
Na-miss ko
consultations.
yun.
Yeah. So parang cute din if like meron parang if like the platform is parang like an after class support, parang after class assistance, at least parang hindi naman summer class kasi summer class tagal pa eh.
Yeah.
More
Parang
of
consultation.
consultation lang, parang sir, paano ba to? Ganon.
Yeah, like expanding on that, pwede rin like question and answer like portion. Like kung may technical difficulties, like pwede niya i-post dito, tapos like address. Like, so like kahit asynchronous, ma-address pa rin siya.
Agree. Parang siyang parang mas responsive na alam niyo yung mga support desk online, yung mga Photoshop, Adobe Help, or parang mga
Oh yeah. Parang phone, ganun.
Okay, so
Yeah, ang dami na.
yeah,
Unfair.
okay na. I feel like meron pa tayong gusto no?
Yeah, like, go lang, guys.
Who's taking notes again? Sorry.
Me.
Baka you can send it sa chat so that we can help you.
Yeah. Wait, how do I send it? Wait, because I'm on my phone and I'm just like messaging it to the phone.
Okay, baka you can message it dun sa chat and then we'll help you like lipat it to
Sige. Sige.
Because
I see
Pia,
my, does it like enter pag nasa desktop or like laptop?
does
I
it
can
enter?
sa messenger ni someone para they can send it na properly. Because like, nawawala yung if I transfer it to phone.
So
Oh,
I guess.
Yeah. I can give it to you. Do you have your, I'll just send it to your messenger.
Pia?
Fine. Ay, ikaw ba to? Si Arvic Alvarez.
Yes, ako yan. Are you adding me?
I'll add you sa, I'll send you the files sa messenger.
Okay, sige.
Okay. Sige lang. Ay! Ayan. Hala, tapos hindi ka
So there,
pala
I
yun.
got it. Okay.
There, okay. Perfect.
Where is it? Okay.
Ayan. Don't
What?
worry.
Okay, sige. Wow, haba.
Ang
Oh
dami
my
nga.
gosh, someone's
just
entering
diba?
ideas. Like on the mirror. I think this is new ideas.
Ano, sorry?
Yeah.
Like, these are new ideas like on the mirror.
Who's writing?
Like, I don't think we've encountered these yet.
Who's adding?
I
I think it's
don't know too.
ba?
Sila.
Si ano ba?
Ina.
Sorry.
Ay.
Wait, I'll get.
Nga. Oo.
I'll
Ay, wala. Ay.
nakita niyo yung chat ko. Oh no. I'll stop sharing muna.
Go lang. I'll add you na rin.
Okay, so where is it? I wanted to kanino.
I like pala. Like.
Oh.
Gosh, page mo pala yun. Di mo pala yun.
Oh yeah, it's a page. I mean, it's just for it's not me. Like I'm not an influencer. It was just for a class.
Really?
Yeah.
Sige, I'll send a message.
Can you send it to my Kaya pala
Yeah.
Did you find me now?
Yeah, wait lang. I'll remove. Okay. Ang dami kasi Arvic. Okay.
Oh, that's too bad.
Gets.
I think I'm the one with like parang the fingers, the DP na parang toot toot. Ooh.
Wait, hanapin ko.
I'm nakasablay.
I can't find it.
Arvic Alvarez.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Wait lang. I would go transfer to my phone. Ayan. Okay, I see it. Yung may kamay. I'm sorry. Ayan. Ay, wala. Di na yun.
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, so I will now.
Ayan yung full.
Okay. Okay, so I'll copy paste. Wait lang. This will be. I think our other groupmate yung nag-add. Yay.
Ayan. Okay.
Oh, where's my chat?
Oh, baby. Sige, add mo din kita. Diba?
platform.
Oh yeah, the ideas are being entered now.
Hi guys, 10 minutes left
For this part or for everything?
for everything.
Oh my god.
You can
Okay.
start na sa step 6.
Ano nangyayari? Oh my.
There, okay. I put it all now. So let's start with, oh my gosh. Wait, I'll share screen.
Oh
Go
guys.
guys.
Okay, let's go. So now let's move on to step 6. Baka you guys wanna drag stuff. I'll sige, isa-isa na lang. Can someone drag for me? And then I'll just read.
Yep.
Okay. The first is we choose. No, sorry.
No, that's the
Hotline to
topic.
call for hotline to call for computer assistance. I think that is
I think I think it's
middle.
impactful. Yeah, in middle.
Middle. Not
Because
super
like
impactful, but is it feasible? I think so. It's feasible, yes.
it depends rin eh. Because like call centers are very hard. Especially if you have to scale very big.
Okay, so it's middle ng impactful and not very impactful, but then more on the not feasible. All right. Okay, and the next is YouTube channel for tutorial videos. I think that is very feasible.
Okay.
Is it very impactful?
I think there's like a lot of those like going on.
I agree.
But like it could be helpful if there was like this one defining channel that like covered all those topics.
Hirap then for you when you just need one answer. Ang dami mong papanoorin. So maybe
so
it's very feasible but lower impactful than the hotline. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Infographics and posters. I feel like that's very feasible. Is it impactful? I think same as YouTube channels. And is it okay if we make functions available offline then? Ano po? Di po masyadong effective kung di po kayo agree. Is it okay if we make functions available offline din para accessible? What do you mean, Tia?
What functions?
Which function?
Yung parang kunwari, chatting with your teacher, ganon. Seeing your assignments. Kasi lahat sila, like, you need internet to see it, diba? I don't know. Siguro pag, kunwari, like meeting lang sa klase, doon mo lang talaga need ng internet. Pero may mga functions that would be available offline lang din. I don't know.
Okay. Sige, parang, like it stays there. Parang kunyari pag bulletin board, doon pa rin kahit walang internet. Tama?
Oh, yeah. That would be
Yes.
super helpful.
Next is infographics and posters nalagay. Okay.
Yeah, it's sorry.
Something just like Miro with collaborative functions. I feel like that's very impactful. Yes. Is it feasible? I think naman.
Feasible. Yes, we're in Miro already.
Yeah, but also baka on the harder part siya. Right? Di ba?
Yeah, like implementing like everything could be like difficult. So like a bit harder. Like
Customizable
somewhere here.
Yeah.
Like impactful but a bit hard.
Okay. Customizable features. I think this is a detail lang eh.
Yeah.
Calculated in one platform where all activities can be managed already.
Oh, like I think this is the wiki. Yeah.
Okay. Parang wiki. Okay. So parang it's just a database, tama?
Yeah.
Of how to like mga WikiHow. I think that is very feasible. I think it's also very impactful.
Yeah, like because it's crowdsourced, so like anyone can like contribute.
And directly mo nasasagot yung tanong. And not for everybody, I guess. And yeah, Miro is impactful and easy to use. I mean, for me, okay. One drop guide. Parang WikiHow na rin siya, no? So I guess parang same area.
Yep.
Okay. Offline function. I think very impactful. Ay, nagkuha mo na, Jericho?
Yep.
Yung one drop guide?
Yeah, I'll put it the same as the wiki as well.
Okay. Next is offline functions. I think, yeah, very impactful yun, helpful. Baka mahirap lang. No? What do you think?
Yes,
One?
I think mahirap nga rin.
Okay. Yeah, hanggang 5:30 lang kaya ako nagmamadala, George. Conduct seminars, I think, conduct seminars, I think very feasible. Baka mid-impactful kasi you have to have a good reach then. But I feel like, yeah, impactful. Okay, Jericho, I can move on.
Yep.
Okay. Something that can help us take notes. Ito yata, yung parang cursor thing ng MS, no?
Yep.
How impactful is this?
I think it's like super impactful then
Yes.
because it's like live interaction.
Yes.
Okay, sige. Impactful, is it feasible? Mahirap?
It depends then because it has to be like synchronous. Pero like, I'll just put it in the middle.
Okay, sige.
Whatever. But like, it's impact.
A platform that helps with open communication with people or with people collaborative. I think this is like the Miro na mention kanina.
Yeah, something. Yeah, actually.
This one, bots that will help guide non-tech savvy people direct interaction of assistance. I think this is impactful.
Yeah,
Super.
super.
Yeah, but then I also think it's on the medyo like it's also like the drop down questions but harder kasi bot, tama ba?
Yeah, there's already the platform we just have to make the bot.
One-on-one tutorial sessions. Ano to?
Wait, which one?
Yeah,
oh, one tutorial sessions.
Okay.
Also,
Virtual
like, if may difficulties talaga, you can just like contact.
Yeah. Virtual whiteboard, bulletin board that would help us make, is this impactful for people? I think ito yung pwedeng sinasabi ni Pia na offline.
Ooh,
No? Like parang, like of course it couldn't be all online, but at least it stays there. Parang you can check it. Tama ba?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So is that impactful? Oo, no?
Yep, super.
Okay. Is it feasible? On the harder side lang?
Yeah, on the harder side.
And then after class assistance or consultation forums. Ano to sabihin ko? Yeah, I think impactful naman yun. And
Yeah,
then,
because you can look back at it then.
okay. Sige, all right.
Yep, I think that's all na.
Is that all?
Did we like miss anything? So like, if you guys want to add lang.
We will present. Okay, I think we are final. Okay, let's just check it. Can you guys read if baka may mga mas mataas, may mas mababa, and then yun? So ang pinaka okay. Cute yung one drop guide, no? And then rin yung wiki house. Wala.
Yeah, I think they're like different scope.
I'll put it na lang, /wiki. Something, tama ba?
Yeah. Like a wiki. They like WikiHow, but more. Yeah, that's okay.
Joanne, are we doing great? Joke lang. Nag-fish pala.
Totoo, you are though. Good job, guys.
Okay, like, I'm just reviewing lang. Virtual whiteboard, bulletin board. Why is this not feasible? Again, virtual whiteboard.
Oh no, it's impactful but difficult.
Okay. Pero bots are easy. Okay, sige. I don't know anything about that. Okay, one job guide. Okay. Something that can help us take notes. Yeah. Okay. That's cute. So, okay, we have 1 minute. Do you guys want to talk about anything? Or may gusto pa kayo idagdag sa matrix?
Guys. Yung bots po, medyo mahirap siya na side kasi.
So,
Okay,
baka
I'll move it. Just
Okay.
something like beside the notes thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The board thingy.
I think boarding is feasible. I don't know. May ganun naman talaga.
Yeah, let's move it like closer here.
Yes, wow, lahat. Breakout room, okay, 1 minute. Do we leave? Or do we
Yeah,
just
like,
wait for it?
Kayo guys.
Yay, really good job. Yeah. Ang daming insights.
So, I think that's it na, no?
Mm-hmm. So, ang pinaka-okay natin as of now is yung OneDrop or like the WikiHow, like a collated resource on how to do things.
Yep. I'll express it. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good job, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
guys.
Good job.
We'll leave, no?
Yep.
Yeah. See you guys.
See you guys.
There we go. I think most of us back in anyway. Okay, cool. Good job, guys. Well done. High five, virtual high fives all around. Let's hear then some of these ideas that you've had, and maybe also talk to us a bit about the experience you've had today as well, actually. In fact, I'm going to add that in here. So when you're presenting, we might not have time for everyone. In fact, I don't think we will. But I'd like to get at least a couple of volunteers back to present. And tell us your how might we question. So just read out what you have on your board. Tell us your best idea or ideas. You may have combined them into one kind of coherent package, or they may just be kind of a variety of different ideas. That's fine, but don't tell us more than 3. You won't have more. You won't have time for that. And then also tell us separately your key takeaways from today, from either the experience you've had using Miro or also the slides I presented at the beginning. So are there any volunteers? Do we have any best team out there? Oh yeah, look, the what color is this? The yellow team have self-awarded themselves the best group here. If you can see that on my screen. So yellow team, maybe you guys want to go first.
Hello.
In return, yellow team, you can pick which team goes next.
Okay. I'm thinking of green.
Yeah, after you guys go first. Though.
Okay.
So tell us how might we, your best ideas. I'll come back to your board so you can see.
So our theme is school websites, and then more specifically on the websites that the students use. Then we were thinking of making it more student friendly. Then our peg was the Ateneo ISIS, since most of us are Ateneans. Yeah, and then we noticed how the main website of Ateneo is updated regularly, but then the last time that the ISIS, from what we checked, was back in 2006, and yeah, since then they haven't updated it. Then there's been a lot of things
2006.
that we could improve. Yeah.
So what are your ideas then?
So one of them, for the front page of the website, is to fix the FAQs, the contact us, make the text bigger and use a better font that is easier to use. Then we were also thinking of adding a dark mode for students to read in the dark, and also a light mode for students who have weak Wi-Fi-ish. Then also make it easier for mobile users because students are mostly on the go. So and grades come out like in the morning when students are gone. So we like to check them on the phone, but then it's kind of hard to access the page using the cell phone.
Imagine if it hasn't been updated since 2006, then it's not very mobile. But 2006 is before mobiles, no? All right, cool. Sige, thank you, Yellow Team. What about a key takeaway, Yellow Team, from the whole process, from the slides from earlier?
I think what we really focused on was our experiences and the experiences of other students, like from what we've heard from other people. So I think what the key takeaway that we really got is to really just observe. So yeah, like observe for what makes us tick, what makes everything hassle in a way. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Yellow Team. Round of applause. Good job. I just want to come back to point number 4 from the slides from earlier, from the user-centered design principles. Number 4, the process is iterative. And very often you see websites getting launched and then someone saying, okay, we're done. We're done with that. I'll never have to come back to that. And then leaving it. And it's been, 14 years since the last iteration, if you like, on the website. And I think a lot of companies do that as well. They launch something and they go, okay, we're done. We'll never have to come back to that. And they don't change, they don't iterate it, they don't add things based on changing user requirements, changing technology and all that stuff. And they just get it up and they forget about it, which I think is a big shame. Okay, Yellow Team, who were you volunteering? The Green Team, no?
Yes, our neighbor.
Your neighbor, okay, cool. So Green Team, any any volunteer here for who's going to present?
Hello, hello.
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 Take it away.
Yes, sir. Okay, can you hear me? All right.
Yeah, perfectly.
All right. So yes, we decided to the focus area of discussion, university organizations, specifically sector-based. So yes, we started discussing the topic, and until we came to the how might we question of how might we help these organizations interact with their partner communities through their online activities. And so when we went to step 5,
how did you come to that? Sorry, how did you come to that? How might we? Why did you choose that?
Okay, it's because we were thinking about these organizations, adapting to the online setting, like how are they doing their online activities with their partner communities and stuff like that. So that's why we thought of how we're going to help these organizations interact with those partner communities that they have, especially they don't see each other in person.
All right, cool.
Okay. So yes, when we went to step 5, we basically just we categorized it to marketing and communications and online activities. So basically, this is just a website for these organizations. And then our ideas are here. Basically, we put it as not text heavy. There's supposed to be an overview of what the org does, testimonies of partner communities, communication and discussion space for the community. And then some here are very we thought it was impactful, but then it's really difficult to do. The online mentoring systems, the asynchronous and synchronous options, volunteer opportunities and sign up forms. I think this is just basically we were just trying to promote the organizations through the website and make sure that we are out there and that people can contact us for possible partnerships and any questions they might have, so that we can be able to help them as well and have more partner communities.
Yes. All right, cool. Sige. Thank you, Green Team. Oh, one more question for the Green Team. What key takeaways from today? Anything you learned today?
All right. So a while ago, kasi we were having a hard time choosing what to do and having to reach the point where we the how might we question. So I think our facilitator said a while ago, try to put yourselves into the shoes of those um, visiting your website. So what can you do? What do you want to see when you're going to visit the website for these organizations? And I think that really helped us, formulate our ideas that day.
Nice. Who is your facilitator?
Kay Castro. See.
Kay Castro, on-off group intern extraordinaire. Good job, Kay. Well done. Kay's our intern on-off group. Thank you very much, Green Team. Any other volunteers for representing? Anyone feeling brave?
Hi, I'd like to volunteer my team.
Nice. Thank you,
So I'm
Arvik.
from the gold team. Yeah.
Okay, let me go all the way there. There you go.
Like
Take
Team
it away.
Yellow, we chose to focus on education. Recently, the new normal has been all about remote learning, and the transition from the physical classes to the new normal now hasn't been the smoothest, both for the students and the professors and the teachers. And then a lot of the things that we were discussing were from our experiences, and this led us to the how might we provide assistance to students and teachers who aren't as tech savvy into transitioning into this new normal. We felt like, how sometimes your parents don't easily understand their phones or their laptops or etc. And we feel like UX would really provide a lot of help when it comes to that. It's like having your own help. Yeah. So some of the nice ideas that were up were like bots. Like we have on Discord and Telegram, you have bots like you can just like randomly ask like, how do I change music? How do I screenshot? How do I stuff like that? Something you can like ask. They also mentioned something about having a blackboard. When you're in school or when you're having physical classes, your teacher writes all the stuff on your blackboard and you can always go back to it. But since now that there isn't something like physical classes aren't happening, a lot of people, especially those with weak internet, get left behind. So it would be nice if there's like a blackboard, online blackboard, or a platform that people could access. A lot of another idea that was brought up was like collated how-tos. So like with a lot of the programs that teachers are using now, like Zoom, MS Teams, etc., they really get lost and like have a hard time navigating through it. So it would be nice if there was like a collated database of how-tos for those programs. And yeah, so those are the ideas that were like mentioned a while ago from my team.
I like that. I like the whiteboard idea. I think that's really important to kind of visualize all the knowledge the teacher's been teaching. I think it'd be really good for students to then you kind of go back to a previous week, see what was covered, see what the homework was, all in one place, without having to, and just kind of strolling left or right or up or down without having to kind of go back and find a file and open a PDF or. And I like you've kind of you've thought about the whole user experience here, not just like a website or something, but you've talked about how the class is delivered as well as the wiki how and stuff. So that's good. Cool. Key takeaway, Arvik, from your learning from today.
Well, what I enjoyed was that my team is full of different people. Most are students, and then I'm just a fresh grad. So it was actually nice to hear from different experiences and backgrounds. So this is how we came up with the things. We tapped on our experiences and our different takeaways from our past experiences, and that helped us come up with these ideas.
Nice. Number 6 there, the design team includes multidisciplinary skills and perspectives. Fantastic. Thank you, Gold Team. Gold star to the Gold Team. Who's next? Any volunteers?
I'll volunteer
okay, who's that?
The red team.
The red team, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What was your focus area?
We chose government processes, but originally we actually chose freelancers beforehand, but two of our groupmates didn't have experience freelancing. So we wanted to choose a topic that everyone could relate to. So it would make more sense to kind of work on something because everyone had experience with it. So we just chose government process in general. Moving on to the topic discussion, we mainly bounce off the three questions that were posted on the site, which was the problems, how are they now, and what value UX can provide. So from there, we just concluded how might we. So for the how might we wanted to focus on enhancing the processes, especially in the digital time, to streamline like public services, because we noticed government websites right now aren't very usable, especially. So a lot of people aren't able to access like public service needs whenever they need to. So the goal was really to tackle that problem. So I think three of the ideas just going to present today are the most
Lots
the
of
ones that
ideas
suit.
here.
Yeah, we had a lot, but the three
Nice.
ones we're gonna present are, I guess, the ones that stood out. So first one was to increase translations or add local language options, because we know a lot of those websites are mainly based on English, and a lot of the people who are transitioning to online might not have or might not be able to understand the language too. So we want to account for those people who couldn't speak the language. Secondly, we wanted a complete redesign of the logos and collaterals of the government, which is quite taxing. So we put it in the more difficult side, but we felt like having a uniform kind of cohesive branding would help users understand and like feel like they're going through one Philippine government, as opposed to one site a different branding, another site different branding. So it feels disconnected if it's like that. So having that uniform branding would definitely help. And then for the last one is to lessen in-person processes by conducting all pre-registration online. So the idea is to kind of have all registration processes online, and then for any vital processes, they'll have to do on-site. That's the only one they're gonna have to parang go to on-site. But other than that, is to streamline everything online. So yeah,
All right.
that's it.
I like it. Cool. The gov.uk one has a design system online where you can kind of pretty much copy paste what they've done and use that as a starting point if you felt that was easier. Cool. Thank you, Rafa. What's your key takeaway, Rafa?
I guess key takeaway. Well, we wanted to. I think one of the first how might be question that we focused on was making government or the digital services more relevant. But we decided that before we can make it relevant, we had to make it usable first. So I think the key takeaway was to focus on more pressing problems before moving on to problems that can be solved parang once you've already tackled more pressing ones. Yeah.
Nice one. Cool. Thank you very much, Red Team. Any other volunteers? Any other teams want to volunteer?
Hi, can I volunteer for the gray team?
Yes, you can. Take it away.
Okay.
Or are you going to pass it to someone else?
There, okay. Hold on. Oh no, I can do it. Unless someone from my group wants to do it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's think, Donina. Yeah.
Okay. So for us, yeah, okay. So our focus area for the discussion is the government, specifically DOH, which is the Department of Health. So what we've really focused on for this is more on the contact tracing with the pandemic that's been happening, because we all know now that whenever we would go honestly anywhere, we would have to fill up forms in order for to do contact tracing in case there would be someone that suddenly tests positive. So they could contact the people who were in contact with that person. So we discussed several things, including how there might be a problem with the data collection, because before it used to be manually done. People would they would walk into an establishment and they would fill up in like a logbook. And it kind of doesn't really make sense because then there would be more contact because of that. But then later on, they implemented QR codes, which you can just fill up from your phone. But then what makes this difficult is you would have to fill it up for every establishment that you would go to. So it's not really very efficient for people. And because of this, a lot of people would rather not do it at all, which, yan. So for that, we made some how might we statements, but the one that we focused on is how might we make the contact tracing process easier and more efficient for users. So we've discussed that it shouldn't be manually done, and maybe we could have a more centralized database. Also, establishments could just save up the data so you wouldn't have to fill it up over and over. Um, there. So in our matrix here, we've included our best idea. It's really just one big idea. And from this, what we thought we could do is we could create a website that you initially fill up. It's just the usual general information that you would usually fill up when you would go to an establishment and you would have to fill up that form for contact tracing. So we would have a website that you can fill it up there, and then once you fill it up once, it generates a QR code, and each person gets their own unique QR code. And then whenever you would go to an establishment, they would have an application that they can just download from their phones. And then when they start using it, they have to include information about the establishment as well, like location and the name of the establishment. And then whenever you would go to one, you can just get your QR code scanned there, and there would be a big centralized database from the government where all of this information will be stored. And we just think this is a much easier way to do it because first of all, the data will be centralized and it will be easier to track people because you don't, first of all, a lot of people would do it more because rather than having to fill it up every time. And then also you could include there the time that a person was in a certain establishment. So you wouldn't have to contact all the people who went to that place in one day because you would have a specific time frame lang for when the person who tested positive went there. So yeah, that is our idea.
Nice one. Cool. Before you do your key takeaway, I just want to say I think the tech for that is relatively easy compared to the bigger challenge of getting everyone from different organizations aligned, from different cities, from different LGUs and all that stuff, getting them on board. But we do hard things. We're UX people. We do hard things. So do that. Thank you, Nina. What was your key takeaway, Nina?
I think a key takeaway from our group is how you really have to consider the users in everything that you do. Because with the current systems that we have for contact tracing, it doesn't really make sense much. Because they started out with filling it up manually and then they went to the QR code thing. But then when you look through all of those, it seems as if they didn't really consider the people who would be using them. And because of that, the people are discouraged to use it because it makes the process more hassle for them. So yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of contact, thank you very much, Nina. Speaking of contact tracing, one condo I go to sometimes has a outside. They have, if you're a guest, they have a QR code for the health declaration, and then they have a logbook for signing in outside, and then you go inside, and then the reception has a separate logbook for signing in and for the elevator access. And I remember asking the reception, why isn't this a QR code? Why do I have to sign in out there and then sign in here? She said, oh, so that one's for security and this one's for the elevator. I was like, that's not a reason why. Should be QR codes. I think we got time for one more team quickly. Any team want to volunteer?
Can I go volunteer for our team?
Yes, you can. What color?
Bright green.
Okay. Take it away. You got about 5 minutes.
Oh, so for our topic is about governance and small businesses. So as we can see right from the start of the pandemic season, we have noticed that there are tons that have started their businesses, and we would like to ease up, especially for filing taxes. it's essential to run a business here in the Philippines. So yeah, so what we want to achieve is we want the users to have open mind on the new software, especially dealing with the new normal right now. Lessen face-to-face interactions that may hinder interaction, especially right now. We're dealing with some sort of unfortunate situation right now, and limited internet connection, especially that most of us is going online right now. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how especially that I have shared with our group that I have personally experienced hackathon with that deals with government, especially BIR, if you know that.
Of
BIR
course.
deals with the permits, especially. So the gist of the hackathon before was to create a website that will ease up the users in filing several applications and permits. So in that case, BIR's website is filled with too much information on their website. It's packed. It's kind of confusing if I were to use it as per experience.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're trying to achieve is the users can make it easily connect with them.
Mm.
So there.
So what was your how might we?
So how might we streamline application processes such as permits? So here we have kind of several how might we's. How might we make government website more accessible to minorities and vulnerable groups? How might we influence those in government to be open to innovating? Because as I have personally experienced right away when I was sharing in the group
Mm-hmm.
earlier within the hackathon, government usually focus more on the solution. They don't know how to examine which are the problems internally, so they don't know how to come up with a proper solution. They usually rely with other people.
Mm.
So that's where
All right.
we come up with a discussion, especially regarding this, since
So
BIR is
what were your big ideas? I'm sorry, just sorry to rush you, but we're nearly out of time. What were your big ideas?
okay. So our ideas is wait.
I'm
So
sharing on
yeah,
my screen.
social media campaign.
Mm-hmm.
We're all bound with social media right now, especially that it's one of the channel that we can connect with everybody. Embedded education on how to start, not only with small businesses but within the site itself, so it would be accessible. And the implementation of blockchain algorithm. So if you know what
Mm-hmm.
blockchain algorithm is, it quite of applicable within the government. But right now, I don't think that government would be open with this idea, since
Mm.
the idea of blockchain technology is it's programmable, it's secure, it's anonymous, distributed, and timestamped. It means that if one block in the chain was changed, it would the immediate and apparent change can be seen. Meaning
Yep.
that one one block, if you change it, other blocks should approve if you want something to change. So it's quite a secured connection
I'm
to
gonna have to
prevent.
cut you there. I'm sorry, Riza.
Oh,
But
okay,
do you want to?
sorry.
Because we're nearly out of time. But do you want to tell us your key takeaway from today?
For the key takeaway, I think I've learned a lot. Our group had insights a lot from the workshop and the presentation earlier. So thank you. I'm a student as well, so I might use this on my future studies too. Thank you.
Great. I hope so. Thank you very much, and thanks very much to everyone who's been here today. If you want to stay in touch after, in the Miro board, there's a few links here. You can click LinkedIn. if you want to connect on LinkedIn, Facebook, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram. I haven't put the Instagram link there. If you want to do an internship with us, or if you want to apply to do an internship with us, you can go on UX internship, this link here. That'll tell you how to apply. And then if you want to get the slides I shared earlier, you can click on this link down at the bottom. That page hasn't been designed yet, sorry, but it's functional. All right. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. I'm going to pass back to the organizing team. Take it away, team.
Thank you so much, Mr. Smithson, for your workshop today. We hope everyone here had fun with the breaking into UX research, and we hope you're able to learn more about user behavior and how this is something to impact the business. So with this, User Experience Society would like to award a certificate of appreciation to Mr. Smithson, which will also be sent to you via email. So just to read the details.
Cool. Thank you.
This certificate is awarded to Phil Smithson in gratitude for steering at this year's UX&Chill 2020 Experience Digital with the topic Breaking into User Research, given on this 30th day of November 2020. Yay, clap emojis. So again, thank you so much, Mr. Smithson, for your enriching workshop, and thank you everyone else for coming today. So before we end, let us first take a photo for the Zoom attendees. We highly encourage everyone to turn on your cams for this group photo to commemorate this moment. Yay. Give a few. Events, someone take the photo, right? Because I'm like, my PC cannot handle it. Oh, wow, nice sunglasses. Okay, I guess we can have one nice and one wacky. Okay, first one. 3, 2, 1, smile. One more, a bit wackier one. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. We hope you've enjoyed. So while transitioning to our next workshop, we'll have a short commercial break. So if any of you have ever dreamt about having a Figma Pro free month license or discount on interaction design foundation courses, well, what are you waiting for? You can come join our raffle. Our co-presenter, UX Philippines, is a local nonprofit organization that hosts the country's largest and most exciting network of design professionals, enthusiasts, and the like. They'll be conducting a survey about the state of UX in the Philippines, so they'll be needing your help to answer the survey. Join us and be a part of the hopeful lucky winners for a chance to win our awesome prizes. Feel free to do so by clicking the link in our chat box or scanning the QR code flashed in the slide. Also, be curious and engaged in our activities today, and you'll have a chance to win 150 pesos worth of Grab vouchers, depending on how well you participate. So yes, time to be papabibo, guys. Don't miss out on your chance of grabbing some of these awesome prizes. While we're on our commercial break, again, I will plug our sponsors and partners. Yes. So again, I'd like to thank our co-partner, UX Philippines. Again, don't forget to answer the survey. I would also like to thank our following school partners: Developer Student Clubs Loyola, CompSat, Ateneo, ACPM, and Group Consulting Group. Thank you so much for making this event possible. Okay, so now we'll have a short break in a bit, but don't go yet because we have a special guest from our co-presenter, UX Philippines. Let us welcome Miss Chia Sineres. Hello, Chia?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Great.
Hello, hi everyone. So I'll just make this quick so that you can take your break or whatever. Can I share my screen? So I'll just wait. Oh wait. Okay, I'll share my screen. Yeah. So if ever so hello again. So I'm here to represent UXPH and I'll be talking mostly about them. So not me. Dulo na lang ako. So yeah, like what Bianca said earlier, UXPH is a nonprofit organization and it hosts the largest community of designers, enthusiasts, and creative problem solvers in the Philippines. And it's been going on since 2012. So well, actually before that, but like on and off. So parang, yan. But still, it's been a long time. And we've been cultivating a more mature, design-driven Philippines through collaboration and continuous community engagement. So our mission that we have for the community is to grow and nurture the Filipino creative community through sharing and collaboration to help uplift the lives of people in our society. And we've been doing this naman for like so long na this is just a statement to like encapsulate everything. And our vision is to have an empowered culture where products and services are built mindfully and sustainably by Filipino designers from the Philippines. Yeah. Here are some of our community values. So we aim rather to make all of our initiatives accessible as possible. So we design with remote members and PWDs in mind, both online and offline. So yes, we value accessibility very much. And we also are not just exclusive to the Philippines, though it's in the name. We also have members and partners from all over the world and aim to connect with more as we grow. So some of our members are located not in the Philippines, like in Europe or in the US or just about anywhere in the world. So, but because they've been part of the community, they've visited either one of the conferences before or they're close friends with some of our other community members, they've been welcomed to be part as well and to also embark their knowledge on the Filipino community here. And we also promote inclusivity and safety in our community. So our community is a safe space for all who wish to participate. And we do not discriminate on any grounds and encourage open dialogue, communication, and constructive criticism. So this is applicable both in the community as members or like when you're part of the meetups or when you go to the conferences and even if you volunteer when you volunteer for UXPH. So we also want to foster that within ourselves, within our organizing team so that it sort of like goes out and gets shared into the community as well. And we also work with volunteers, and so mentioning volunteers, we also work with volunteers and organizations who want to contribute to the growth of the Filipino UX community and the local tech landscape. So we always, or well, we look forward to always collaborating with the different groups. So we're not just the only tech community or like the design community here in the Philippines. There are a lot of others, and you may have heard some of them. And also like for example here in for UXOC we're co-presenting it, so there we always want to be able to collaborate with other groups and other communities so that we just at least empower them and also continue on sharing the knowledge on UX and design. So here are some of our programs, and so we have community development, and we organize free monthly events for the community, featuring local and international speakers based on industry trends and needs. So for this year, we've hosted maybe five, like every month so far. We've hosted a meetup for every month. So when the pandemic hit, we turned online and that was in partnership, I think, with Puedo. So Philippine Web Designers Organization. They're also a very cool org. If you're a web developer or web designer, you could go check them out. But anyway, so those are some of examples of the communities and the orgs that we collaborate with. And we just host these monthly events. But for the latter part of the year, we chose to postpone the monthly events because we were gearing up for the now finished, it's been 2 weeks, UXPH Conference 2020. And yeah, what you call this? Yeah, so yeah, it just, yeah, that's what we were working on. So mentioning that, we have annual conferences. So we host these with thousands of attendees over the past 5 years. So in 2019 alone, UXPH organized 3 conferences across the Philippines. So last year we went through a roadshow when we were still able to like go around in the Philippines. We held one from Cebu, and then we went to Davao, and then held one here in Manila. So Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So, and then this year we just held it all online, and we had it around like 800 people like tuning in, 800 plus or something, and we brought in all of these speakers and facilitators from different parts of the world. Okay, we also have industry research. So I think Bianca also mentioned it earlier that there is a survey that we're encouraging everyone to answer. So that's called for the state of UX of the Philippines, in the Philippines rather, for the year 2020. And we just want to shed some light on how UX is now in the Philippines. Like, so for a long time, for like 5 years or even more so, people have been doing these initiatives for to further the UX industry here in our country, but we're not entirely sure how it is like quantitatively or like in a like a big picture. So that's what we're trying to do, and it would really help for you students to be able to like contribute and at least um, we'll see if for in at this stage do we have the enough knowledge about UX here. If not, what can we do about it? If yes, then what else can we do to further improve? And then you can share it with your other friends or with your other if ever you know anyone else in the industry, feel free to go ahead and share it with them. And there. Yeah, so this data is used to further the growth to our programs and the rest of the community. It's all in for the community. So yeah. Next is student development. So this might be interesting for some of you since you're all students still. And yeah, UXPH helps design students gain knowledge and practical skills as they enter the job market. The program includes a mentorship, resume, interview, and portfolio development and internships. Right now, we are still currently like building on this, but come 2021, so months or so, yeah, technically it's in a month. Yeah, we'll be looking into launch some of these initiatives like boot camps and other classes and all that. So stay tuned if ever. We'll give you heads up if ever we have them launched already. We also have academic development, where we help with academic organizations to help educators gain knowledge and practical skills for their own curriculums. This program includes design workshops, webinars, and curriculum design training. Yeah. So if ever for this one, I'll just to mention, we had the call for UXPH scholars for every conference so far. So far we've got UXPH scholars for the UXR research conference anywhere. So we had one of those. And then for UX Plus, I think I saw Alexis here in the Zoom. I can't see the Zoom chat right now, but yeah. So like, hello, hello, long time no see. Yeah. So yeah, we also had UX scholars for UX Plus, and now we also had like with the just finished conference for UX Con 2020, we also had UXPH scholars. So we're looking into just being enabling students or enabling people to be able to attend to these things when they don't necessarily have the means to do so, and also in the hopes of like empowering or just encouraging them to share their ideas and share their thoughts to the community on what they've learned so far in their UX journey. And lastly, in the UXPH programs, we have professional development. So UXPH will offer paid bootcamps and workshops starting 2021. So like I said earlier, to professionals looking to hone and sharpen their skills, and to companies looking to train their teams towards proper design excellence. So this is something you can look forward to if you're graduating, and like come next year, you'll see na maybe we can like maybe you'll benefit from one of the programs that UXPH organizes, and it would help you further in the way you start your career. Okay, so yeah, so that's essentially it. You can follow us to learn more at uxph.org, and on social media, our handle is UXPH official. That's on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, but on LinkedIn, it's UXPH. Just search it there. You should find it somewhere there. And for any one of those interested, so I'll just introduce myself real quick before I go. This is just a really quick cutout anyway. So hi, I'm Chi Senires. So I'm a product designer, and I'm also the marketing lead for UXPH. So that's why I'm also here representing UXPH. And just a fun fact, I was part of the co-founders of UX Society when it first started in like 2013. Tama ba? 2014. Yeah, kasama ko si Alexis nun. Yun lang. So, I hope you all learn something from there, and I hope you all eventually either volunteer or attend our future meetups and our future events for UXPH. Yeah, there.
Thank you, Ms. Chia, for your wonderful presentation. Again, everyone, to learn more about UX Philippines, check out their website at uxph.org or visit their Facebook and Instagram pages at UXPH Official. So we'll be taking a short break. So see you all later at 6:30 p.m. for a talk about building omni-channel journeys and customer experience to be given by a special guest from Procter & Gamble. Are you all excited? I bet you all are. See you then. Don't forget to eat and drink water.